Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy that springs for the good stuff.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Oh, he's got... Man wide open, complete. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down now, it's Henry, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. On third down, he'll drop throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them. The screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. 18 yards there, down to the 18, and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Steps away to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Allen out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
Tight down. There you go.
From the gun, it's Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for two, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Some tough running, but it only gets them to the 45. A tight one. 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports. Now the second down throw on target. That catch good for 5. It's third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
On second down, here's Barkley. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
They'll try and run it here. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 33. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. He'll drop to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Batting that one free defensively was Lonnie Johnson.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On second down, here's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
And now here comes Kansas City.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go. Alert. Mike 51. Mike 51. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, hold. Hey, let's go.
On play action, Allen taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's the option. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And the Raiders have got him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Allen Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 45 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now he'll pull it down, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Go, go, go. 36.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
56, 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find...
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. First down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll throw now on the final play. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Vikings who are out in front. The Vikes looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Traquan Smith, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. A 10-point victory in the end. 24-14, the final. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, Allen. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 33 yards that time.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Allen now on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Allen off the play fake. They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Allen being chased out left to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play...
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these that they have not been doing so far.
51 yards on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Push him back. 51, Mike.
From the 22, Allen flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Operating from the gun, Allen. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
51 to Mike, boys, 51.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. On play action, Allen. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Second and 2. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that is incomplete. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a Scotia credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try to run for it with Henry. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
Down this big in the fourth
You'd
quarter.
say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. KC's offense ready to take over, and they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
52, switch. 56, 56. Get him, you got it.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Oh, here we go. Oh, bring it.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You better be afraid of me. Monday. Be afraid of me. Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's get down.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35.
Get off the field.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Fielded in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to... Get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.